is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back for a recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is for season 15, episode 5. So, honey, let's get off into it, okay? Y'all girl, Miss Kenya Moore. Child, I done had about enough of her bad acting, pretending like she's sick. Look, let me just put it out here for y'all. The girl was embarrassed, okay? That's why she retreated to her room, okay? She was embarrassed of how she hyped this event up. And, you know, Kenya was already there on a mission to prove a point, to prove she could, you know, outdo her BravoCon performance, honey. But no, you know, once again, it was an epic fail. Okay? So we hear MARLO saying, who are you? You so disrespectful with your broke ass. Kenya tells MARLO, if you knock on my door again, I'm going to call the police. She called MARLO, I think, a stupid hoe. And I'm like, if Brooklyn is really in there, why is you doing all that cussing with Brooklyn there? And I told y'all once, I done told y'all twice, next time Miss Robinson ain't going to be so nice. Brooklyn shouldn't be there. Who else is bringing their kids with them? Like, Kenya needs to be off this show. I'm so sick of her and her bullshiggity. Okay, I'm just sick of it. She's always bringing Brooklyn on a trip. That way she could use Brooklyn to deflect and distract herself away from these girls. That way when it's time to have a serious conversation, all I gotta say is, well, Brooklyn is in my room and, well, I can't talk now. And child, when that wouldn't work, honey, she played sick. So MARLO ended up walking away. Sheree gets to talking about she's confused by MARLO calling Kenya Summer, because it's Kenya Summer Moore, honey. Sheree, you that type with Kenya and you didn't know that? But anyways, honey, all the ladies, they end up getting into the elevator. You know, it's late, they tired. Well, I guess it wasn't that late because MARLO, honey, was still hungry. Child, MARLO had me hollering when she said, this is what this young lady does all the time. Well, not young, this old young lady. When I tell you I was cracking up, Sonya was chuckling. Woo! So, like I said, they, you know, all in the elevator. MONYETTA is so, like, whack. I was just like, just shut up. Just shut up. She's bitching and moaning. Well, Kenya done left me out here with them. Of course she did that. She ain't got no loyalty to you. MARLO trying to tell your stupid ass, okay? She ain't got no loyalty to you, okay? I would rather have Cynthia than MONYETTA. MONYETTA, she seemed like a sweet enough girl, but girl, we don't need you on this show. I have seen your kind many a times, okay? I have seen people like you many a times, and honey, run away from me with you, okay? I ain't got time for that. So yeah, MARLO is aggravated and annoyed because she sees that Kenya is on some bullshiggity. And Kenya has a pattern of behavior of when they get out of town, she likes to disrespect people. She likes to deflect. She likes to use distractions, aka Brooklyn. She is just nasty, okay? She's a gutter snipe, okay? I didn't even mention how she was talking to her nanny, okay? Like, she was talking to the nanny in a nasty way, and like, I need to know your location at all times. Like, who the hell talked to their damn nanny like that? The white lady was looking all confused, and like, Kenya was power tripping. Okay, all of this, you guys, all of it stems from her childhood her mother not acknowledging her. That's why it was such a big deal for her to win Miss USA. I always forget it, you guys. I know y'all like, girl, you doing that on purpose. I'm not, but that's why Miss USA was so important for her, because that was the day she could feel important. That's the day I could feel like I'm somebody, like I'm worthy of something. But it still didn't help her, because she got her ass on this show years later and had really bad low self-esteem. All that flirting with Apollo, no. Ain't no way in hell you think you a bad bitch and you on this show flirting with somebody else's husband and you think the shit is cute. It's not. All that asking Apollo and Phaedra for a threesome. Inappropriate. Then you're begging Walter to marry you. Yes, I'm going back down memory lane. Okay, like, we done seen all of that, like, desperate behavior. Okay? And you guys, I used to really like Kenya. Like, I didn't know her like that, but I would always see her in the 90s. And I was like, wow, she's so beautiful. And, you know, she's sexy. And I looked up to Kenya until she got her ass on this here show acting a fool. And I picked up on the fact she had low self-esteem. Okay, her behavior was so off-putting. Okay, and she wasn't that confident for her to be Miss USA. She had bad skin. She couldn't get her makeup and stuff right. Like I said, she always dressed nice. I think her hair was nice too. I kind of like the highlights she had in back then. But yeah, she was jealous of Phaedra and her marriage. She was jealous of Portia and Cordell. Yeah, she was jealous. Okay, why y'all think she got so offended when Portia was like, well, do you have any kids? And who gets upset about something like that? That goes hand in hand with marriage. Do you plan on having some kids, or, you know? And she got so upset with Portia because a hit dog will holler. It was an insecurity that, you know, she was that old, didn't have any kids. Right? And the girl is ashy. Okay, I guess she's still ashy. She need to do a damn deal. Leave this damn Kenya Moore hair care alone. Do a damn deal with Vaseline or something. Some type of lotion company. Okay? Shit. And get to, look, rubbing that product, honey, and do a commercial doing that. That's how you do that, girl. But yeah, like, I see Kenya, you guys, for who and what she is. I ain't trying to hear it, honey, from her felonious fan base. Y'all try to turn a blind eye. Y'all be on some anime, honey. Y'all be on some, I'ma cover this black eye up with some makeup and a wig. No, okay? She up here talking about MARLO is like a pig. You know, you could put lipstick on a pig and it'll still be MARLO. And Kenya, you're still doing the same stunts and shows you did years ago. Your time is up on this show. If you ain't gonna open up and let us know that Mark trying to get half a more manner, you gotta go. But anyways, MARLO and MONYETTA, they arguing back and forth. MARLO ends up slamming this door on MONYETTA, and she did it on purpose. I don't know why some of them was saying, no, the door was just heavy. You got SHEREE, the door was just heavy. You got Sonya, oh, she did it. Yeah, she did the shit on purpose. Because she's sick of MONYETTA eating out of Kenya's diaper booty, okay, for lack of better terms. I didn't feel like MARLO should have slammed the door in MONYETTA's face. I get being frustrated with her, but I didn't feel like that was right. So I'm going to leave that right there. But you got MONYETTA talking about how classy she is. She too classy to go back and forth with MARLO. That was getting on my damn nerves. If you so damn classy, girl, get off this show. She ended up saying she slamming doors in people's faces. Do she want to go back to jail? And probably, I don't know, child. But MARLO, girl, you trying to get you a gun, girl, okay? You trying to get your rights back, your right to bear arms. And girl, you can't be slamming the door on people and think the people go grant you those privileges. Child, that damn MARLO said, I will dog walk this bitch. Yes, you would, honey. Okay, we not here to argue when it come to that. Sheree's dress, honey, was so pretty. I love those colors. You know, Sheree was there to, you know, be a listening ear to MONYETTA, try to calm things down. The problem, though, with this cast is we got too many Sheree and Sonyas. I told y'all, okay, like they don't have a show without MARLO. They really can recast everybody at this point. Portia don't even need to come back. I don't think she's gonna help it. You know, I just think a lot of people should just go. Okay, just recast the show. And my advice for recasting this show is stop focusing on the women. And I know people will be like, yeah, but it's the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah, but offer different men contracts that maybe have wives. Like, switch it up. Get the who's who of Atlanta. Because it wasn't just the ladies that made Atlanta great. It was the gay guys. It was the people that hung out with them sometimes, you know? So I say mix it up and give whoever you could get a contract, honey. Get some more gay guys on here. You know, remember we used to have Dwight, Miss Derek J, Miss Lawrence, you know, bring them back. Courtney outside, honey, trying to calm MARLO down. MARLO mentioned Kenya when she came to the door. She looked like a demon possessed. She did. Like, girl, Kenya, you so full of it. Full of it. I didn't believe, you guys, the storyline that, you know, she was sick and had to go to the hospital, and then she had COVID before. And girl, just say you was embarrassed, girl, and stop wasting the people's time, honey. This is why I don't like Twirl. Okay, because it's like I never feel like I'm getting the real Kenya. I am getting a straight to DVD performance, which is what this heifer always gives. Okay. Girl, bye. We see Kenya and MONYETTA having a conversation, and, you know, Kenya going off about MARLO. Well, she's a snake. I tried to tell you. And see, that's y'all problem, Kenya. Y'all, you keep wanting people to feel how you feel about people. Okay, MARLO and MONYETTA, they don't get along. And part of the reason why is MONYETTA be up your ass and Kandi's ass, especially. And she feel however y'all feel about her. And that's what I do not like and respect about MONYETTA. I'm not saying that MARLO is right for disrespecting MONYETTA. I'm not at all saying that that's right. But yeah, I already see, you guys, what MONYETTA is giving. And it's giving follower. And it's like, why are you here? You know? Kenya says she's upset with MONYETTA and Sheree for not checking MARLO about kicking the door. Sheree denied kicking the door. Sheree, you kicked the door too. And nobody checked anybody because all of them collectively knew that you was full of shit. And when you ran up to that room to end the night, because you was embarrassed, just say it. Just say, guys, I'm a bit embarrassed. I need some time to myself. You don't go in your room using your daughter as an excuse, because that's why you bring her along. That way you could use her. You have did it on several trips. Okay. And all this shit backfired. And, you know, blew up in your face. Look at how you treat people. Okay? God don't like ugly Kenya, and he ain't too fond of the ashy either. Kenya tells Sheree and Sonya she would feel better if those people that are not her core group of friends would just head on home. That damn MARLO said, honey, she ain't going nowhere. I was like, come on, MARLO, because the show ends, honey, when you leave anyways. I don't know if Sonya had already, remember she had another engagement. So yeah, I think I reported that she had already went, But I think she has something else to do, and she's just like, well, what are we really here for, Kenya? What are we going to do? That's another thing, Kenya. You were too mysterious and ambiguous about what you were going to be doing. And once again, she wanted things to be a surprise, you guys. You want to know why? You want to know why? That way I can feel ding, 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 special. Okay, that way I can look a certain type of way to these girls. Okay? So Sonya and Kenya end up getting into it because Kenya is aggravated that Sonya is asking her all these questions about what's going on, what we gonna be doing. And Kenya was like, just go ahead on, Sonya. And I'm like, Kenya, you are putting yet another nail in your coffin. We didn't see you cuss out the nanny. We didn't see you act dismissive and passive aggressive with MARLO. Well, for those of us that actually want to admit it. We didn't see you leave your girl MONYETTA hanging. Like, you have been a bitch this whole trip. And for you to get so in your feelings with Sonya, somebody that came here to actually support you, girl, bye. So yeah, Sonya was like, I'm gonna pack my stuff. I'm going home. You know, she ain't got to tell me twice. Sonya was very turned off. Sonya even mentioned how bad Kenya treated her on her trip when they was in Jamaica. Exactly. Like, why do you get out of town and treat everybody like dirt, Kenya? Like, what is your problem? We see MARLO and Courtney, you know, they're talking, and MARLO is just like, child, my life coach is going to be mad at me. I took several steps back. I need to get it together. I need to not let her take control of me. The problem with MARLO and Kenya is MARLO feels like she's on equal footing with Kenya because, you know, she got her peach now and she ain't got to be a friend of and be up nobody's butt. Okay. So she looking for that respect. Kenya don't give her the respect. Very passive aggressive, very dismissive, always leaving her out. If you continue to treat somebody like that, they're going to get angry with you. And if they are anything like MARLO, who actually, you know, has the trauma from her mother not being there for her, and, you know, she got all the struggles that she came with, MARLO is not going to respond well to that. And Kenya should know that. But Kenya doesn't have any empathy for MARLO. Okay? So y'all keep wanting MARLO to leave Kenya alone and, oh, she's so obsessed with her. No. It's not I'm obsessed with you. I'm looking for you to be respectful towards me. She wasn't respectful when they was out at that table and Kenya was trying to tell the group what happened between MARLO and Drew. What you trying to tell them for? You wasn't even there. And if you don't like a person, you're going to try to make them look bad, that's what she was doing, trying to make MARLO look bad and make Drew look all sweet and innocent. And I'm not at all saying that MARLO was right for how she treated Drew in that moment. I'm just saying it wasn't as bad as how Kenya was reporting it. So yeah, Kenya, you was wrong for that. But see, there's no acknowledgement of Kenya's bad behavior. Because it's kind of like, yeah, but it's MARLO and she could treat her any kind of way. That's how some of y'all is acting with this. She could just say whatever she wants. MARLO, who is MARLO? MARLO is that bitch that has what? A checkered past that is sitting up here with a peach right along with you all. And both Kenya and Kandi have the same problem. They still can't believe, you know, she got her peach. Some of y'all is calling it a canned peach, but it don't matter to me. She's still on the same show with the girls. Okay, so that's what that is. You know, it's all about respect. We see Drew's ass getting out of the hospital. That's another reason why Drew don't need to be on this show. Bitch, you are forever getting hurt. You are forever tearing your Achilles. You are in and out of the hospital. Like, you are very accident prone, and that is not the show that we are trying to watch. Okay? We are not trying to watch the Real Housewives of the Emergency Room, okay, the Drew Sidora edition. We are not trying to do that. So when I saw Drew, I was like, child, I'm about sick of you. But she talking about she getting better and, didn't want to get the other women sick. Your ass is probably sick because you're over there with that damn narcissist, honey. But that's a story for another day. Next, we got Todd and KANDI. He got some movie coming out called The Past. I'm like, why are y'all doing autobiographies of y'all sex life? We don't need to hear all of that. Like, I don't understand why you two are married and still, invite people into your bedroom. Don't that defeat the whole purpose of being married? Like, it's weird. Like, no, ma'am. No wonder Mama Joyce ain't got no respect for y'all damn marriage. Okay, how much of a marriage is it if anybody can get into bed with y'all? So, yeah, that's what the movie is about, you guys. Letting each partner, I guess, have a hall pass to have sex with whoever they want to have sex with is stupid to me. Todd, is this what you've been cooking up? Shit, you may as well get back in the kitchen at OLG, honey, and come up with something else, because this ain't it. This ain't it, bruh. KANDI still ain't got time to help his ass with the movie. She's still on her damn phone. They end up talking about Mama Joyce and how Mama Joyce still don't respect Todd, for being the loving husband he is to KANDI. KANDI, this is your fault. You never wanted to maintain any boundaries with your mother. You've always swept Mama Joyce's actions under the rug. She shouldn't have been at BravoCon anyways, and you need to have a talk with Bravo Andy and tell him to stop asking your mother those certain questions about your husband, and you know how she really feel about him. But y'all are all using this shit as a storyline that we've already seen season 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. We've already seen this before. So, child, make it make sense. Child, now right when KANDI is talking to Todd, she get a call that a car is about to be there to take her to the airport. Once again, she ain't got no time for Todd, honey, and his shenanigans, honey, okay? We see Drew and Courtney. They are on the phone. Courtney tell her, all the drama that has happened, on the trip that they are on. We see MARLO talking to her life coach, and, she get to apologize it to her. You would have thought I didn't even have a life coach, and a life coach was just like, you need to be aware of your triggers, and you need to stop letting these ladies, especially Kenya, have control over you. So, child, we see Kenya, she done called 911 talking about she's dizzy and sick. I was like, more of this acting performance, honey. Okay. I guess Brooklyn was with her nanny. Sheree sees all of this. And I'm just looking I know that Kenya was going through a lot, but why she didn't send a text to Sheree, well, hey, girl, I'm not feeling good. I'm about to go with the ambulance people. You should have said something. But, of course, nothing. Sheree had to put, 2 and 2 together, honey, when she opened her door and saw that they was there to see Kenya. Sheree explains all of this to the girls when they come to her room. MONYETTA tells the girls that Kenya went to the hospital to get a chest x-ray. All the girls began praying for Kenya. MONYETTA ends up breaking down because she just lost her mother, and it's just, beginning to be all too much. So they all hug and say that they are all gonna, just try to get along better, for the rest of this trip. Child was cracking up when MARLO went to try to hug MONYETTA, and MONYETTA wasn't reaching her arms out. I was like, that's funny. Monyetta was like, not so fast, okay? She said that MARLO is a Jekyll and a Hyde, honey. That is kind of true, though. That's funny, though. So MARLO called Sonya, let her know, what was going on with Kenya. She's having some type of chest pains, and Sonya is shocked. But Sonya probably thinking in her damn head, like, God don't like ugly. That's what you get for acting like a bitch to everybody. I'm just saying, okay? So all the ladies gather in the lobby. Sheree gets everybody some Uber Eats. Sheree tells the girls that Kenya was running a fever and they have to run all these tests. MARLO says she tried to send flowers to Kenya, but they told her that Kenya had already been discharged. I was like, that bitch then got out the hospital and went home. Okay, back to Atlanta and didn't tell y'all nothing. Okay. And I think Sheree had ended up telling the girls why they were there. Kenya was going to be performing her song. The whole event was going to be sponsored by Kenya Moore. Monyetta got up to, show the ladies the choreograph dance that she set up for Kenya. And MARLO was like, damn, that Monyetta can dance. And, so that's how that went, honey. That Kenya Moore, honey, she is a shady, shut your mouth, okay? Oh, child, that Kenya is something else. So all the ladies vowed to be nice together to each other, especially Monyetta and MARLO. Monyetta is like, not Monyetta. MARLO is like, I hope you nice when KANDI and Kenya is around. And Sheree was like, baby steps, it'll be baby steps. MARLO still don't trust Monyetta, and Monyetta still don't trust MARLO, honey. We see a scene with Drew and Ralph and their children. Look like they're helping them with some type of homework. We see Sonya and Courtney. They are at like this candle place, smelling different candles, and Sonya gets to explaining her and Kenya's dynamic, and she feels like Kenya really doesn't like that Sonya and MARLO are so close. And it's so funny. A lot of people, when they review this show, they skip over that. But I could see that. I actually mentioned that last year in my reviews. And that's another reason why Kenya was acting nasty in Jamaica. Not only, did she not have a man on the trip with her, okay, but she was upset that Sonya and MARLO had gotten so cool, because Kenya operates out of, well, I hate MARLO and I'm going to ignore her and treat her like she's not there and you need to behave the same way. And no, Kenya, okay, Sonya is not one of your little minions. Next, we got Sheree. She visit Kenya at her house. She gets her some ginger and some different vitamins to help her get better. We see little Brooklyn. She has been taking karate lessons, and, she shows us a move or two. I was like, look at that Brooklyn. So adorable. They get to talking about Sheree's fibroids, and Sheree is just like, I don't want to have surgery on them. I'm working with somebody that has a holistic approach, and I'm thinking about just having them shrinked. I got friends that, had their shrinked, and, now they're doing better. Kenya talks about how she feels like a failure for not being able to do her performance out of town. And I'm like, Kenya, girl, you was embarrassed, sis. It's okay. Okay, just admit to it, sis. Ain't no failure. You just embarrassed that you are a bitch. Okay, and it is what it is. And the girls see you for who and what you are. So you can't blame MARLO for everything. Okay, and if Monyetta is smart, she will see you for who you are too. Because if you, her friend, and you invited her there, like, you left her hanging too. That's why she was at the damn door with them girls. Did y'all ever think of that? Okay, but Kenya ain't no damn good. I keep trying to tell y'all. Okay, y'all keep trying to get Miss Robinson hype over this straight to DVD actress, honey, but Miss Robinson ain't checking for her, okay? Sheree teases Kenya about being pregnant. Girl, Harriet Tubman, girl, Sheree, you are not pregnant. Stop playing. And we don't want to hear about how you don't want to miss out on having sex with Martell, who got all these damn kids and child, like, miss us with that visual, okay? We got Kandi and Mama Joyce. She tells Mama Joyce she's been busy doing 1,000,001 things. Kandi gets on Mama Joyce for constantly dragging Todd in public. And like I said before, why is she even at BravoCon if she can't respect your husband? She called that man George Jefferson. I was like, well, we're moving on up, okay, to the east side. To a deluxe apartment on Kandi's dime. Said we moving on up. Okay, come on. Mama Joyce called that man George Jefferson. Woo! Mama Joyce mentions how Todd is always asleep when she come over and try to visit. Kandi says he does that to avoid you. Like I said before, honey, Kandi, all of this is on you. You need to stop filming with your mother. Like, you got to put some boundaries in place. And once again, this is how I told y'all, this is how I know Kandi is full of shit, because instead of telling her mom, well, mom, you know, from now on, you're not going to BravoCon and I'm not going to be filming with you. Instead of her saying that to her, she mentions counseling. You don't got to go to counseling with this golden girl, honey, for her to get it together. Okay, see, you keep rewarding her for her bad behavior. You keep putting up with it. Okay, put your foot down, big mama. Okay, put it down, Kandi. So next, honey, we got Kenya, Sheree, and Drew. Kenya brings these ladies together so they can work out their beef. Sheree has an issue with Drew because Drew did an interview saying that after the reunion, Sheree confiscated all the items that she gave them from She by Sheree. And Drew was like, I wanted that bag. And Sheree was like, you can't get that bag because that was my She by Sheree bag. And I had other items in there, and that wasn't even supposed to be out there. So we got Kenya, her ashy ass, get to talking about the situation with Drew and MARLO. Once again, she's telling the story the wrong way to make MARLO look bad. She said that MARLO attacked Drew. She never physically put her hands on her. She was sitting for most of the time they were talking. And when she got up, she yelled at Drew, which was rude and that was wrong, but that was all that MARLO did wrong. So this is why, like, I can't see it for Kenya, because she doesn't tell things the right way. She's being very manipulative with this, trying to, you know, make MARLO look real bad, right? So Drew was just like, she was so confused, and they ended up talking about why is MARLO so mad with Kandi, because she feel like Kandi never sent flowers, to her nephew's mother after he passed. Marlo's nephew used to work at OLG. That's where he met the roommate who used to work at OLG too. And, you know, MARLO feels a way about that. And then Kenya was like, well, that's not Kandi's fault just because, you know, both of those guys met at OLG. Now, that part right there, I agree with. It's not Kandi's fault that, you know, she hired both of them. They both got a job at OLG, and one, you know, decided to kill the other. So that's not on Kandi at all. But, you know, MARLO said, honey, y'all need to work for y'all coins. So, honey, if I got to dig a storyline out of the crack of my ass, then this is just what we go do, okay? Kenya asked Drew, did she give Courtney her phone number? And Drew said she didn't. I guess Courtney invited Kenya and the girls to some type of team building exercise. Sheree tells Drew and Kenya about the pact that her and the ladies made in Alabama about they are all going to, you know, continue the good energy in the group, be nice, be respectful to each other. And we see in the upcoming previews for next week's episode That's not gonna last, okay? Child, we gonna see Marlo and Kandi get into it, and child, that Kandi gonna end up crying, and Marlo gonna be like, why you crying? And Kandi gonna be like, because I can't strangle you. And child, it's just gonna be a hot mess. But anyways, honey, that's all Miss Robinson got for y'all. That's all I got to say about this review. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out in the next video.